No, sir. I've quit drinking.
You've seen the error of your ways.
No, I just can't afford it.
That's cute. I remember when I had my first beer.
Yes, sweetheart, I have a rare condition which requires me to drink one of those every 15 minutes, please.
Yeah, well, give me a fucking drink. Move it, you little prick.
I'm sorry, Bruce. These boys get that syrup in them. They get a little antsy and they're pantsy. You just can't keep them under control.
Cheers, and welcome back to Reels, Booze, and Bros, a.k.a. RB2. I'm your host, Jay. I got my two co-hosts with me. I got Brian. Got
What up?
Real Bro fan, Kev.
What's going
on? And we are going to conclude our special Heroes vs. Villains Part 2, starting off with the Sweet 16. Hope you guys tuned into our last episode. It was fucking insane. Am I right? So, like, some of the upsets that we had that was going on, like, it's a little crazy. So, like...
It was unfortunate some guys had to go home early.
They did. Too bad Regina George, according to Nick, would have been like a Final Four, I think, because
If only he was here to explain it.
Like our next episode or later down the line, we should have like just explain, sit there and have like interviews. So like, what were you thinking, Nick?
So behind the scenes.
So it's just going to be Nick being grilled the entire time.
Yeah, a little BTS. Because Brian, what, you met up with Shane and you were asking him about what was going on?
How did he have Regina George going to the Final Four?
Yes. Yeah. Felt very strong about Regina George going on. There were some other ones that was a little upsetting. Spider-Man did not make it as far as we thought Spider-Man should have, which is complete bullshit.
I agree.
Yeah. Fucking Superman. Fuck Superman. You know what? I don't know how that happened. So hopefully you wait a minute. Shane's already in the chat. Hey, Shane. Let's see. The fucking Predator. And we got Tree Kicker just going after him, Predator all the way. So it'll be a great battle going on here.
Oh, man.
Oh, goodness. So, yeah. Shane, I wish I had the... I don't have the cords yet. I'm looking for a certain cable to do call-in, so you can call in and you can talk to us on with that as it's going on. Next time, I promise, I should be able to get them to go. Gotta get to the Amazon and have it sent to me. So, all right, you know what? Let's get to it. But as always, here we go. Highly disappointed. I'm sorry, Shane. The beer. So the booze we got for tonight. We got a couple things going on. I started off with Tom's River Brewing. It's called Heroes Roar India Pale Ale, 6.6%. It's not bad. Nothing too crazy. Apology accepted. Thanks, Shane. I don't know. It had some sort of flavor. It's supposed to be citrusy and stuff like that. I don't taste it. I thought it'd be pretty good. Heroes Roars. I don't know how I tied this in. I think it sounded good when I was picking it up at the liquor store, but I don't know. Whatever.
It made sense in your mind.
It did. It made sense at the time. I was trying to figure out what can we do for heroes and villains. It's not really like a. There was a sidekick beer I had. You guys got me a while ago, but that's we're not doing sidekicks.
We're doing heroes.
We're doing heroes. Yeah, next bracket. That's the toilet bowl bracket. So Brian, what's the beer you got there?
I'm drinking one called Fat Orange Cat Baby Kittens. It is hazy New England IPA. It's a 6.5%. It is brewed in North Haven, Connecticut. It is a decent beer. Not really much of an aftertaste, so pretty smooth. There's no real distinct flavor on this. I'm not really picking anything up, so I do like the can, though. It's very nice.
Yes,
kittens all over it.
Yeah, kittens all over it. Yeah. Brian, just like Shane, is a cat person.
No, I'm probably more a dog person, but, it's just...
Okay, fair enough, if you say so. Kev, what do you got for us going over here? I know I had that one before.
All right, so this is it's Fluffist from Icarus. It's a milk stout, and yeah.
Thanks, Shane.
It's a milk stout, so I figured I'd just take it out of Jay's fridge for him. But yeah, it says it's a graham cracker and marshmallow flavored milk stout, and you can definitely taste both those flavors. It's an 8.8. It's very strong. This one, compared to the Samoa one I had last week, it tasted stronger than this. I don't know if it is or not. This one does not taste as strong, so it might be problematic, but pretty good. I am enjoying.
Yes. Very good. We'll go on. We got the one later on in the that I got for us is like a 6.6, so you can calm down with that as we go further on to that. All right, so let's get on to it. we are going to, it's a Sweet 16. This probably won't be as long. We could probably get a little more in depth of this. We can talk a little further out because this is the finals. So, should we start with the heroes this time? Should we go with the...
Whatever you want.
Should we go with the villains? Should we go from there? All right, let's start with... Let's go to... All right. Obi-Wan versus John Wick. We're going to start on the lower left on there.
Okay, so obviously heroes.
We're doing heroes. So, Obi-Wan, John Wick.
All right, so do you want me to start?
Yeah. Anyone want to throw something out there? We got
right.
we got Shane and Brian.
All right, so this was a tough one for me. I'm probably going to be the only person who went John Wick, but I went John Wick. Obviously, you guys know I love the fucking movie, the character, everything about him.
Yes.
He's fucking unbelievable. So I went John Wick. I am looking at Shane's paper right here, and he went Obi-Wan. So
Interesting. So John Wick
1-1.
and Obi-Wan. So we got a lightsaber and every other weapon and martial arts.
John Wick's probably got a lightsaber somewhere.
You can't fuck with his mind.
You can't. Yeah, no. There's no way. He's not weak-minded. So,
No.
So Obi-Wan will not be able to penetrate that mind hard. So Kevin, what do you got for that? What do you think on this one?
Well, I'll do Nick's first because Nick also has Obi-Wan like Shane. So
So we got 2-1 so far. 2 Obi-Wans to 1 John Wick.
So I don't know if it does surprise you or not, but I actually did have John Wick.
Oh, okay. I thought it was
So
my
unfortunately, we're going to make
God.
Jay break the tie.
I'll break the tie.
So when I went with it, I don't know. When I think of Star Wars, I don't necessarily think of Obi-Wan being... I know he's a hero, but not the hero. I think for each trilogy, the original one, it's Luke Skywalker.
Brian just came. Thank you.
I don't even know who it is in the first 3 that came out afterwards. I guess Obi-Wan's the hero of that, but I don't even really know.
Yeah, technically.
It's not really a series about him. It's about Anakin. So.
Yeah. It's about the Skywalkers.
Yeah, it's the Skywalkers.
If I'm thinking of an actual hero, I like the John Wick route for this. Even though I guess you could make the case that he's a murderer, so probably not the most heroic person. But you know what? Obi-Wan murdered some people too, so whatever.
He did. So yeah, it's
I'm sure not all of them had it coming.
As we said before, in the final and last movie, The Rise of the Skywalkers, it's not The Rise of the Kenobis.
Yeah.
Which probably would have been an entire different series. It probably most likely would have been a lot better than what the...
Yeah, I'll say my
shit
rationale from like one bracket to the other would change from one hero to the next. So I just went with John Wick as the cooler hero. So that's what I went with.
John Wick is a paid serial killer, according to Shane. Yeah. So that's what assassins are. They kill multiple people and they get money for it. I don't see the downside in that. There's not probably a 401k going on.
Well, he already has his retirement money.
he-
So
They're gold coins.
He's dipping into
there
his
are
retirement.
401ks.
If anything, he's dipping into his retirement fund a little year early. So
Yeah, he did. So I'll tell you what. I love Obi-Wan. I wish they were showing more of him. I'm looking very forward to the series that's going to happen here on Disney Plus. It looks like it's.
that trailer
gonna
actually
be
came out
amazing.
last week, right?
Yes,
did we watch it
did.
here? Yeah.
Did we watch it here?
I think we watched it
I think
here,
we watched
right?
it here as well after the show. Obi-Wan, I like him better than Luke. That's why hence he moved on forward. But I'm sorry. John Wick takes it for me.
Oh, shit.
That's right.
Get it?
So now Shane can lose his shit in the chat.
It was a fucking dog.
So Shane, I want you to know that Obi-Wan has lost, and now John Wick is moving on. Interesting. Let's see what you're gonna say in the chat. Don't say too much because it was a fucking dog.
Don't get auto moderated.
Yeah, he may get banned for a few minutes. He is throwing a lot of caps out there. All right, moving on. William Wallace in the T-800.
I'll start again. I thought this one was simple for me. I have to go William Wallace. I said this on the podcast earlier. He's one of the greatest heroes that I think we've had, and it's just my all-time favorite movie, so I can't not root for him. So I'm going William Wallace.
Interesting, William Wallace.
Shane will back me up and goes WW.
All right, 2-0 so far, William Wallace. What we got going on the other list on there?
So Nick has the T-800. So I'm not sure. Again, he's not here to defend himself, so I don't know why he went to 100. So I'm just saying that's what he had. To add 30 seconds of suspense before I just say that I also had William Wallace. So,
I see.
did Jay have the T800? Should I have let you go?
Yeah, no, I had the T800 on there.
Did you really?
Yeah, of course. The T800 is as much as badass as William Wallace is. The T800 probably has what, like 5-6 lines, and it just kicks ass through.
Talk to the hand.
Yeah.
So you're going with the man of few words, basically.
Man, a few
the
words,
robot of few words,
and pretty much the smile. Are we trying to smile, or what's going on? What are you doing? So, yeah, it should have been a T800.
now he knows why humans cry.
I don't know how we can see, because let's think about it. As much as William Wallace is doing he's mainly doing it for love. He's not doing it for his country. He probably comes later on down the road, but his wife and everything going on, he's all about that.
Well, I mean, the country.
I think
he lost his father and brother to politics when he was a kid. So I'm sure he has some love for his country. That was part of it, also.
I think after the initial, once his wife has died, then after it becomes more for country than anything else. He's trying to honor her, but he's still fighting for his country.
Well, the whole point was the in-laws basically told him, you can't do any of that shit your father and brother were up to. We want to make sure that... I don't even remember what the woman's name was. Started with an M. I can't think of it.
No.
Is that right? No.
I was like,
I can't think of her name.
I have no idea. Mary?
I was going to say Marion, too, but I think that's...
That's Robin
Hood, yeah.
It's Robin Hood Men in Tights. No, I'm sorry.
It's almost like
that's
Moira or something like that.
I don't
Prince
know.
of Thieves.
But I think that he says, like, if the father, before they got
Mordred.
married, was like, if you can prove... Okay. He was like, if you can prove you're not doing any of that stuff, then, yeah, you can marry my daughter. So he was moving away from that. But then once she was there, he's like, all right, time for country.
Yeah.
Murica, but not Murica.
It's my island.
Scotland.
Yeah, yes, he's a great hero that's going on. He leads the army and stuff like that. But the fact that the T-800, as Shane says, he's a robot sent back in time, programmed to do what you tell it. But you know what? It's artificial intelligence, but he does change. As you can see, as the later movies go on, he actually becomes...
Well, fuck John Connor. He was a little bitch.
Does every Terminator, does every T-800 look like Arnold Schwarzenegger? Is that the way they programmed them, basically? You're all
Yes.
going to look like this?
Yeah, they only have one skin for it. Every iteration.
Basically, all the iPhones look the same.
Yeah.
They all have the same cover. So.
Yes. Yeah. every T1000 is that dude from before, and every what is that chick on the third movie?
Oh, yeah, the third
There
one
we go.
okay.
And then whatever else. I think that was it. Was it any other Terminators?
I haven't seen the most recent one, so.
I don't remember it. No,
There was one that came out like a year or two ago,
Yeah.
but I didn't see it with old Arnold Schwarzenegger
like
back
Dark
in it.
Fate or something like that.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyway, so all right, so that goes out. They're moving on. So we have John Wick versus William Wallace. Right there. Now, let's go to some villains. All right, let's do it. Hannibal versus Vader. I went with Vader. We're going straight across down to the right. Lower
Well,
right.
you,
the
you
bracket.
said Hannibal.
It's
It's Hans Gruber.
I'm sorry,
Gruber.
Hans Gruber. I got him wrong.
That's why I was confused.
No wonder why. I didn't change that.
I was
looking
joking
at
before
someone
I
else.
had the wrong bracket for a second. I was like, shit, I do have the wrong bracket.
No. I'm sorry. I didn't. I took the one. I keep tabbing through everything that's going on, so I keep track. Hans Gruber versus Vader. Darth Vader, hands down. He's gonna win it.
Yeah, I've got Vader. This is one where I can't imagine there's going to be.
Yeah,
I
I don't think there's an upset in here. I have Vader. Shane has Vader.
Yeah, so does
Yep.
Nick.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. As much as I love Hans Gruber and American cowboy, Vader takes a cake for me
I
on that one.
said last podcast, Simon Gruber was the better Gruber. You could tell nursery rhymes and jokes.
He can. He looked.
I guess riddles,
and
actually.
he looked a lot fitter in his tank top and everything that was going on later. Yeah.
Well, he's got the military training.
That's
Hans is just like a little bureaucrat type guy, I guess.
I got you. A little weasel. Kind of looks like one, doesn't he? Better have fucking Vader. We got Vader. We got Vader. We got it. All right. So, the Joker versus Thanos.
This was a tough one.
Oof. Ooh. All
This
right.
was a tough
you
one.
guys
Let's
okay?
go with. Let's go with Nick. I love to hear what Nick says. Nick.
So Nick has Thanos.
Oh.
So again, he's not here to say why he's got Thanos. So we can sit here and make up stories for him. The snap, I guess. Technically, I guess we mentioned before.
I think
he
it's
did-
more because
he
he's a
did techni-
farmer.
Okay.
At the end.
At the end.
That's why Nick's like that easy life going.
It's a
on.
simple life. We mentioned last podcast of all the villains that we have here. Thanos, I guess we said before. I guess you guys already. He technically does win.
He
Like I said,
does.
his win gets overruled on protest, I guess. But
Well, technically,
gets vacated by the NCAA.
if you look at Endgame, it's not even the same Thanos. It's technically a younger version of Thanos.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Fair enough.
So he does technically win.
I'll accept your logic, I guess.
So-
I don't want to, but
In theory, you can make it. You can make it that case.
so does the original Thanos getting his head chopped off count as a victory? He's taking that W.
But he already won. 'Cause he already took the W because he
Yeah.
destroyed the stones. So technically, he wins.
Yeah, there was no coming back from that. He did everything he
So-
had to do. He's over there making fucking soup. What's in that cauldron? Is it soup? Is it like?
It's probably a nice soup.
It was probably like a nice Italian wedding soup going on. That's why.
Yeah,
That's why
it is.
Nick chose him.
He's getting ready
what-
to have a little MLT, mutton, lettuce, and tomato.
I mean, he's got all the resources he wants because he got rid of half the population of the universe. So he doesn't have to worry about people crowding his farm
and he
taking
can
his
finally
land.
rest.
Yes, that's true. He can finally rest. So the chat's asking us which Joker, and this was Heath Ledger Joker. We're not doing an overall Joker. We went with actually Heath Ledger Joker on this. So Heath Ledger Joker versus Thanos. So, and we just got a new. This is great in the chat over here. So Katie is now on.
Oh, nice.
Shane's Katie over there. She's like, she's fired up. I wish that.
Does she
household
want
was
to know
going.
why Regina George did not make the Final Four?
Yeah, if you want to write in the chat, why do you know why Regina George didn't make the Final Four? You can let us know. There.
What is Katie saying? I gotta know.
First of all, she starts with her first chat, first message, Joker all day in caps. So she came here not to fuck around. She fucking took her sour beer, threw it on the floor, and said, "These motherfuckers are going down. This is what's happening." So
Nice.
all right. So I'll tell you what. Since Nick went with Thanos, I went with Thanos.
Oh,
I said it was
Whoa.
such a tough decision because I love Heath Ledger as the Joker. Just the fact, the way how he portrayed that character, his look, every time he had like a different story for his scars, the jokes he made, the chaos he ensued throughout the entire movie.
I'm gonna make this pencil disappear.
Yes, I
also-
love it.
Ta-da! It's gone.
but also how fucking smart he was too. Like he was always out one step ahead of everybody. You know.
And I think my favorite Jokers of him was Nurse Joker. He's just like wearing a mask. He's like, "Hi." That one fucking gets me every time. I don't know why, but it's like I'm like, how do
He
you not
loses
know?
credibility when he keeps saying Maggie Gyllenhaal's good looking. Like, and you are beautiful. Like, no.
No, not one bit. Maybe that's why he's just fucking with because they probably think like, wow, this chick is gross. But you
Maybe
know,
that's why he deserved Best Actor because he pulled it off like he thought.
yeah.
It's like forget all the other method acting stuff he did to get into the role. He had to actually pretend that Maggie Gyllenhaal was good looking.
Yeah.
I think she's fine.
Yeah,
but
you know what? He
whatever.
probably saw that. It was the fact that it was like Jake that was in there from Brokeback Mountain. He's probably like, it's like, oh, Jake.
I could
Love
pull
you.
this off.
Yeah, he's like, I got it. He's like, you know what? You're supposed to be beautiful. I got it. Just cut your hair a little like this. I can't forget you. Is that the line?
Yeah, cut your hair. I wish I knew how to quit you.
Yeah, that's it. There you go.
It's like cut your hair, grow a beard, and we're in business. Put some jeans on.
Cowboy hat, some tight jeans, cowboy hat, and a jean jacket. Anyway,
All right, I don't know where everyone else is going, but to make it interesting, I'll just say that I did have the Joker in mind.
Oh,
2-1. 2-1.
So you had Thanos, you said, right? Yeah, so I'm throwing my Joker vote out there.
So 2 for Thanos, 1
Yeah.
for
Shame.
Joker.
Even I don't know. I just want to say I don't know like how if this is the last stand of the Joker, I need to make my speech. I don't know. Like even if you're just thinking Heath Ledger or just the character in general, either way, I would still say over Thanos. I just think the Joker in general is just an iconic character overall. I know Thanos is for the Marvel universe, but there's other villains who are noteworthy there. I think the Joker is really like the most noteworthy. I think probably you can even say comics overall, probably the best villain overall, DC or Marvel.
Yes.
That'd be my
You
guess.
can make the
I know we're
argument.
not saying that. I know we're focusing on Heath Ledger, but I'm just saying, even with that in mind, that's the reason why I'm kind of leaning more Joker over Thanos. So I can do whatever I want.
No, you're not wrong on what you're saying. Shane went Joker,
Oh,
and
2 for 2.
to be honest with you, after hearing these arguments, I did have Thanos, but I'm gonna switch my vote to Joker.
Holy shit.
It's all. See, it's a good thing I got my 5-minute impassioned speech. For the show.
It was the Nurse Joker that got you. That's exactly what it was.
Like I said, as much as I like Thanos, and I think the way his character arc was fucking unbelievable for how they did that over the whole Marvel run of the first 10 years or 11 years, however you want to break it down. That was great. But just like we're saying with Joker and his performance, Heath Ledger was just unbelievable in that movie. And that's the reason why that movie's so good. He makes that whole movie.
Let's say the chat's blowing up. You know what? This is for you, Brian, from Katie. Thank you so much for choosing the Joker. He's like, almost redeem yourself for that John Wick pick. Katie's clapping. Yes, Brian, according to Katie in the chat. So,
Katie, this sour's for you.
Yeah. My heart hurts. You know what? Let's move on. Let's continue with the villains round. It's a good time. So we have now John Doe versus Bill the Butcher.
Ooh, tough one.
It is tough. As much as I love John Doe on this, but Billy, he takes it from me. He's just a little more powerful.
Line on chop.
Yeah, Maybe it's the mustache. Maybe if John Doe had a mustache.
He does play with it.
He does. I love that. Maybe one day I can grow one like that.
Talk about a method actor.
Yeah,
sick fuck.
It does the full handlebar.
Oh yeah, it does.
Yeah.
He uses some sort of wax or some shit like that.
And he's like tapping his eyeball with the fucking like meat cleaver.
Yeah, he's just more of an intense there. Because just the fact you're seeing him of Bill that's going on and the entire thing. Again, I love the setup, the entire movie of what John Doe did and how everything's all calculated and stuff like that. But just, I don't know, Bill he's just raw. I love it. So that's what I got. Who wants to go with someone else? What we got going on here?
I guess I'll read mine and Shane's. We both have John Doe.
Oh.
So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I like the John Doe character. Like I said, I love Bill the Butcher. I think. That movie was really good, and he was the best part of that movie. But John Doe, like I said, for just how sadistic he was in that movie, and the build up to like his reveal was just unbelievable. And then, of course, the ending, you're just like motherfucker. So you got to go John Doe.
Okay, all right. So we got 2-1 right now. 2 John Doe, 1 for Bill the Butcher. Kev.
So. And I have
calling for Nick.
Yeah, so Nick has Bill the Butcher.
Okay, 2 for 2.
Oh,
and it's up to Kev on this one.
Again,
and the reason why Nick went Bill the Butcher because he too wishes he had a mustache like him. He just phoned it in. It was crazy.
So I'm the tiebreaker here then, I guess. And this was one of the tougher ones. I love both these movies. Again, I said my criteria probably changed from one to the other about why I would pick one or the other. So for this one, I kind of went who did I think was more evil, I guess, for the villain.
Uh-huh.
And for me, I don't think it's much of a contest. I think Bill the Butcher is an asshole, but I think he might have had some decent ideas about restructuring politics in New York, I guess.
I could see where you're going with that.
Yeah. I mean, but obviously, an asshole, a terrible person.
He's an American loyalist.
Yeah.
That's what he is.
USA.
But John Doe is, and I think there's even a quote in the movie. Someone says he's like pure evil, basically.
Yeah.
I think it's Morgan Freeman's like, whoever's doing this is pure evil. I think he even says like, if we meet this guy, he might be like actually Satan that shows up. Probably not, but anyway.
And he's God.
Yeah.
So obviously it'd be true. Fucking A. All right.
So I went John Doe. That's what I did with the tiebreaker there. Again, I just think he's a more, I would say probably more sinister, I guess is the word I'm looking for than Bill the Butcher. So,
I agree.
Again, that's not going to be my criteria for each one. It just happens to be the way I thought about this for this one. I can justify anything I want, however I want. So John Doe it is.
Okay, so John Doe is moving on. All right, so now moving down that bracket. The Predator versus Hans Landa. Is this the better Hans, or is this the...
I want to see where this goes, because I have an absurd justification for what I picked here.
This definitely is the better Hans.
I have no idea where this is going to go.
Though this Hans is a Nazi, but he's still the better Hans.
Yeah.
Actually, was the other one a Nazi? No,
he's a German.
He's German, but not all Germans are Nazis, Jay.
Wait.
The other one took place 40 years after.
Nazism still exists.
He's a literal Nazi in uniform.
Predator. Has to be Predator. If you're choosing Hans Landa, fuck. I don't know.
All right, Shane chose Hans, so
fuck it. I chose Hans also. So I'll make it interesting. We'll make Brian break the tie then, because Nick has Predator and I have Hans Landa.
God.
So here's my thought. If we're doing my weird justification, I'll do this. So I love the movie Predator. It's probably, I don't know if it's my favorite Schwarzenegger movie. He has so many good ones. I don't know where it is. It's up there. If it's ever on, I'm watching. I don't care where it is either. Because I mean, maybe the first like 20 minutes are kind of boring. There's some good lines in there though. But we're not talking about the movie.
You
we're talking
son
about
of
the
a bitch.
yeah. This stuff will turn you into a goddamn sexual Tyrannosaurus. So I went with Hans Landa just because at the end of it, is the Predator really a villain? Is the angle that I'm going to go with. Here's what I say. He's a hunter. That's all he is. He's on a little vacation going hunting on Earth. And you know what? He sucks at hunting because he got killed by his goddamn prey. If you and I went into the woods to go bear hunting, we got killed by the bear, people would probably think we suck. So you know what? The Predator sucks. I'm going with Hans Landa.
Oh, Kev, spitballing.
Wow. He's one of the most iconic. He's
Yeah,
on the
and I love
poster
him, too.
for this. For
Hans
Heroes
Landa's
of-
probably been on a poster of something too.
As awesome as Hans Landa was, there's no way he can compete with Predator. Predator has Hans Landa spawned like 5 or 6 different other movies on this. There's another one coming out where it's like the Dawn. I don't know what the fuck.
So here's my follow-up question to you: are any of those movies good?
Predators, the one that was done by someone back me up here. Tree Kicker. Let me know what it was done by. Predators.
I know
with,
Predator
with Adrian.
2,
With
Predator
Adrian
2 and
Brody.
Alien versus Predator were terrible. So
Yeah,
I
all
haven't
the
seen
AVP ones were terrible. I would say,
And I didn't
it
see the
goes
remake
Predators,
either. They
it
did a
goes
remake
Predator.
of Predator 2, right?
No, it goes Predator. I would say Predators, which is with Adrian Brody. So they kidnap a bunch of like people.
Wait, no, there was a Predator 2 with.
That
No,
was-
no, yes, I'm saying I'm saying the order of what's best. For me.
I thought you said the order that came out.
So
Okay,
the
I'm
next,
sorry.
so the order of it came out normally was Predator 2 with Danny Glover, and it takes place in L.A. And
That's a shitty hunter.
That's also it's also a shitty movie.
yeah, and then the AVP franchise came on because the fanboys wanted it. Excuse me, and then Predators came out after, and that was phenomenal. So the premise of that one was, instead of fighting on Earth, they took a bunch of people, they kidnapped them, and they threw them on like an alien, like not even their planet, another alien planet, like a jungle type planet, and they just hunt them, and like Adrian Brody's like one of the guys, and there's the dude who played, he was in That 70s Show.
Which one?
The main star, not Ashton Kutcher. The tool bag. Oh, Topher
Yeah,
Grayson.
Topher Grace, that's his
He
name,
was in
yeah.
there. He was like a serial killer. They had like there was a Russian like Spetsnaz guy.
Those two guys combined weigh 200 pounds.
I was gonna say
So-
nothing about this is sounding great.
Oh, it was awesome. And Lawrence,
You know what else is
Lawrence
awesome?
Fishburne was in
Inglorious
it.
Bastards is awesome. And you know who else wins? Hans Landa wins. Because he gets to escape. Sure, he's got a little swastika carved in his forehead. They can buff that out in a jiffy. It's fine.
Which is what, make it a box? The fuck?
They could buff
Buff
that
that
out.
out. Jesus Christ. Just for Nazis
man.
alone, you should fucking not let
All
them
right,
go
so
on.
for
All
whatever
right.
redemption I did get, I'm probably going to lose it because... No, wait.
You fucking kid. If this fucking does not.
I thought I picked the other way. And my bracket, I have Hans.
So does Hans win?
Yeah.
Are you fucking... Jesus Christ. The fuck is wrong? We're never doing another special unless I'm fucking winning this shit. Are you fucking serious? You
Hans
tell me...
Landa is the St. Peter's of this bracket.
Jesus fucking Christ. This is bullshit. You know what? I'm not touching the button.
Where's your little sad horn?
I know. I changed that out for something else. I should change it out for fucking something different. So,
We got to go top bracket now.
yeah, I can't even change it right now. All right, now the top bracket of the heroes. God damn, this is like just as bad as fucking Spider-Man. I need like a moment of silence. The fact that fucking Predator is not. move
Listen,
on.
I love that movie, and I'm still taking Hans Landa anyway.
All right, Neo versus Thor. I don't want to say what I want to. I'm still. Just give me a minute. You guys move on. Tell me what you guys are gonna do. Neo versus Thor. First matchup in the heroes of the Sweet 16. Let's go.
I went Neo.
Okay.
This was a tough battle for me because I love Thor. I love Hemsworth as a character. And Neo's character is unbelievable. And I was just like, oh. It was a coin flip. And Neo won.
Okay. Kevin.
I also had Neo.
Okay.
It wasn't that difficult for me. I think I mentioned in the last one. I like Thor, but not all that much. I'm interested to see where it actually goes with his character from here over the next
Yeah.
few movies. But like I said, Ragnarok was really good. He's good in the Avenger movies too. But his original movies, even though some people like the first one, I didn't like it.
First
that
one's
much.
okay.
And again, I know if we're judging just on who the better hero is, it's kind of not fair because I guess Thor's a superhero. Not even a superhero, he's a god basically. So,
Yeah.
and I know that Neo has, I guess you could say superpowers from the Matrix that he basically develops himself. I don't know, it's weird. Fuck it, I'm not justifying this. I just picked Neo because he's cool. So take that.
Shane has Thor.
Okay.
So let's see what we
What
got
does
from
Nick
everyone
have?
else.
What does Nick have?
So if we're ending it, then Nick has Neo.
Good,
so.
good, because I had Neo.
I got Neo also. Okay.
Yeah, I was going to go with Neo. I'm glad it's on there because Thor never should have made it this further along. Well, actually, the way
Shane just hates Keanu Reeves unless he's in Point Break.
I see. All right.
Utah for the win.
Yeah, Utah wins it all. All right, Optimus Prime versus Captain America. Obviously, you guys know who I went with. So if you don't know me that well, because fucking Prime is the man. No, Captain America.
He literally said he's going to Amazon later.
Captain America is moving on in this for me. So Cap is soft.
Well-
Get the fuck out. Jay Weezy decides to join the chat and says Cap is soft. Are you fucking?
Shane has Prime. So.
What?
Nick also has Prime.
Oh.
Fucking Christ.
I will throw this out right now that I have Captain America.
Okay. You motherfucker.
Wondering,
You're gonna fuck me. You're gonna fuck me again.
just wondering how fast I can get to my car from here.
All my guns are locked up. So
Well, don't worry, because if you can check my phone, I have Captain America. So he survives the upset bid. Again, I mentioned I didn't have Optimus Prime moving on in most of the previous brackets I had, I don't think. I was never a big Transformers guy, so this one, when it got here, was pretty easy for me.
Okay, very good, very good. All right, so Sweet 16's done. Moving on to the Elite 8. So we have Neo, Captain America, move on. John Wick, William Wallace, John Doe, Hans Landa, and the Joker versus Vader. This is... Here we go, boys.
And here's where we have to start filling in the blanks for Shane and Nick if they have wrong picks.
So, all right.
Although no, Shane's in the chat,
Shane's
so
here.
we can fix it.
Katie went Prime. Prime. His planet and race were destroyed. He didn't get fat and give up like Thor. Okay, so you want Thor was in a complete different bracket.
No, it wasn't. It was in a matchup before.
Oh, from before.
What's
No,
the
it was
problem?
Thor versus Neo.
What's
Yes,
the problem
Thor
with
versus
getting
Neo.
fat? I was planning on getting fat later.
Yeah, why not? That's like
All right, I'm getting a beer.
All right, Brian's gonna. Could you go take a look and see what's going on there?
I guess I'll take one also.
Get me the one who can do the awesome one. So, all right, chat. So, since they're getting beers, let's go on. So, let's go back to the chat and see what we get going here. Let's move up a little bit. So, Tree Kicker left the chat because Predator didn't move on. He's like, I'm fucking done. Well, okay, I totally agree with you. Shane is commenting, Brian, stop blowing Keanu. Because he's like, Neo over Thor. What, Cap? So I take John Utah over John Wick and Neo.
Well, you know what?
any
According to
guy.
Katie, Thor just gave up and got fat, so that's why he lost.
So it's a mental health right there, man. The dude fucking got depressed and everything going on. So what else we got? So Jay Weezy joins the chat, and his first comment is fucking Cap is soft. Been saying it the whole time. Fuck you. So, and then Katie's all about Prime, and then all right. So let's.
So to sum up, everyone hates us. All right, moving on.
Yeah, you don't make your own fucking podcast. How much you hate us and shit like that. All right. Fucking Christ. All right, you know what? Let's go with it. Neo versus fucking Captain America. How are we going with this? This one, I'm glad I had these two because this is one of the hardest. I wish this was the in the final four for me. But there's a fight I want to see later on going on. And then again, earlier when we first started this, I had Captain America, and I'm moving on far because what he had against. I love Cap, hands down, putting again. But
Well, you got to ask Shane who he wants because he had Thor versus Prime. So
Neo versus Cap. Who cares? Okay, so his fucking vote doesn't count going on here. So I honestly went with Neo. I went with Neo. I don't think Captain America can beat Neo. I love Neo. I love the first Matrix. It just like I saw it 4 times in the theater. I think that's the only movie I saw that many times in the theater. Just the whole entire concept of the Matrix and everything that's going on, and how much of his like a badass hero he is, and what he does, and he's just so cool in the second movie. The other movies were, they fucked up a lot. They could have done so much more with it, but Neo is just so cool. I like that concept. Like I feel like something we can all achieve if we ever got jacked into the Matrix. So because there's no super soldier serum besides steroids.
I don't have a port in the back of my head, so
not yet. Not yet. So all right, who wants to go? What we got? So Shane's completely out of
you
this.
went Neo.
I went Neo.
All right. Well, I went Captain America.
Oh.
So I kind of had the opposite. I mean, it was the same line of reason you had. I think Captain America does more through more movies than Neo does. He's basically the focal point of all the first Marvel, not whatever you call the phases of Marvel movies.
Yeah.
He was the focal point of everything, basically, from the Avengers and everything else through Endgame and Infinity War. Other way around, but you know what I mean. So I went with that just because I liked the amount of work that was done that was actually quality, as opposed to, like you said, I really like the first Matrix movie. And I think I only saw bits and pieces of was it the Matrix Resurrected or something like that was the most recent one?
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
I saw parts of it and no, thank you. From what I saw, I was good. So I took Captain America because I liked the amount of work that he put into all of the movies of the character. I guess I know he didn't do any work; it's fine. But
I see. All right, so you got 1 for 1. What does Nick have?
Nick has Neo.
Okay.
Wow.
2 for 1.
I have Neo.
All right, well, that ends it anyway.
That ends it. Neo is moving on. That's great. Honestly, I would love to see Captain America come out there, but Neo is it for me. All right, let's continue with the heroes. John Wick versus William Wallace.
Are we going to get an all Keanu finals just to piss Shane off even more? Or a Final Four, I should
This
say.
one's fucking easy for me. Well, first of all, let's backtrack.
I have an idea of where that would go, but I can't imagine it's easy one way or another.
Here's a great fucking comment from the chat. Kat probably voted for Biden. All right. All right.
Well, Shane's got Obi-Wan versus William Wallace, and he's got Obi winning. So, spoiler alert, he had Obi winning the whole entire thing. So that's going to be a little rough for him.
Wow. That's tough. I went that far.
So he would have to choose between Wick and Wallace. I would think he would now choose William Wallace.
So I don't know, Shane. We got
Well,
John Wick versus William
I'm
Wallace.
sure he
So
likes
who you
Braveheart, but I know he doesn't like John Wick.
So I know for me, I went William Wallace. Like I said before,
Of course you would.
My favorite movie of all time. So
Of course you would. All right. I had a feeling you would go there. You know what?
Just so you know, if they want to have a protest bracket, Nick also had Obi-Wan at this point, not winning the whole thing though.
I went John Wick because I wanted to see a fucking this final four Neo versus John Wick. I'm excited. That's I love this. So that's who I want, John Wick. So and I don't know what.
So if it's 1-1, that means I'm breaking the tie because
Yes,
I did have this as my matchup. Then I'm gonna get thrown out of the house at some point. I have William Wallace.
Jesus fucking Christ. William Wallace over John Wick.
Hell yeah!
What the fuck is wrong with you guys?
So again, William Wallace fighting for the right reasons. John Wick, are we sure?
How is that not a right? Oh my god! I can't.
I mean, some people might say that it was just a dog. Just saying.
It's not. It's just more than just a dog.
For William Wallace, it was just his wife. It was just his country.
Jesus Christ! Fucking. All right. Let's move on. John Doe. Parents allowed. Sorry, have to go. You guys suck. I lost that Neo. John Wick and Captain Freedom's workout. All right, Katie, appreciate you joining the chat. I don't know what that all meant, but all right. All right. John Doe versus Hans Landa. I had Predator, so I don't fucking.
Well, I'll go first so I don't get yelled at for breaking the tie this time. They did have these two. So I'm going to. Oh, did I have these two? Yeah, I did. Okay, just making sure. Anyway, I had. I know I was making sure. Yeah, I had John Doe at this point over Hans Landa. So again, more evil. Good villain. I want the evil guy in this one. Hans Landa, Nazi, pretty evil. Also pretty cool though. John Doe, not very cool. He's a loner, sits in his house all day writing his little books, letting people vomit on him on the subway.
yeah,
Good times doing that
his
research.
fun is like scraping his fingernails off. Like,
Yeah. His fun is starving a guy until he's emaciated in his bed, but still alive.
or
putting the goddamn knife strap on the one guy and
Or
making him fuck a
just-
prostitute.
not he didn't he
Yeah, Jesus
he
Christ.
starved
you
one
guys
guy
make
and then
this?
he made the other guy eat. right?
The first guy was the
one
guy
was
that ate
gluttony.
himself
It was
to death.
gluttony,
Yeah, he
yeah,
was the
there
guy that
was,
ate
like-
himself to death.
Yeah.
Then it was greed was the guy that had to cut his sides off to get a pound of flesh off, basically.
And that guy had to come back to get more food so he can die.
Yeah, that's right. He had to make 2 trips. No, the worst one is the guy with the prostitute, especially the police. Yeah. He put that thing on me.
Yeah. Oh.
Anyway, we're going to get yelled at by people in the chat for having John Doe, but that's who I have here. So anyway, I'm going first, so over the people get yelled at when they break the tie.
So Shane had both of them, and he won Hans.
Oh, all right.
I say. All right.
I had both of them, and I went John Doe for basically the same reasons Kevin said. I think when it just comes down to it, he was just more sadistic of a person.
And for me, if I'm going to choose on this one, I'm going to go John Doe. I think Hans Landa never should have made this fucking far. So
You're just so you know, you're just taking out a spite.
Nick had Bill the Butcher and the Predator, so he's not voting also, unless he. Well, anyway.
Yeah.
So that means So John Doe's moving on.
Yep.
Yeah. John Doe's moving on. Fuck. Oh man, what a shitty Final Four.
Nah, man, I'm looking good.
Says
I got
you, yeah,
I got all 3 in right now.
I have 2 of the 3, and I don't know what's going to happen with the next one.
All right.
This is probably
the Joker,
the most interesting matchup that we have
and
overall.
Vader.
This should have been a Final Four matchup.
Yeah.
It should have been, but we got this shitty fucking final beside whoever wins this one. So.
All right, so I have Vader. Shane had Joker versus Vader, and he has the Joker coming out.
Oh, okay.
So 1-1. I think we already talked about Vader and Joker enough where you're just like, these are 2 of the most iconic villains of all time.
Yep.
I don't think you can make a wrong choice in either one, so that's why I'm going Vader.
All right, just to clarify, just what Nick had, he actually had Thanos over the Joker, and he did have Vader though, and he had Vader beating Thanos.
All right,
so I'd imagine he would
still
probably
have-
then
yeah.
take Vader over the Joker if that's the way his
Well,
logic was going.
yeah.
I got you. So let's just kill it right here because I had Vader. I had Vader and Thanos. And
I had Vader and Joker. I had Vader.
Yep. So, all right. Vader's moving on. There's not a contest as much as I also want Joker.
I got the whole entire Final Four. Boom.
So, okay, good for
That's
you.
right, bitches.
This is the fucking
Wait, did I
worst
have? No,
Final
I didn't
Four.
have 3. Oh, I did. No, I had 3 of 4.
This is
Okay.
way easier than expected.
Although to be clear, I would have. I say I have 3 of the 4 now, but when we redid the bracket, I had my original bracket was T1000 against Vader, so he was.
Oh yeah,
he was an
T1000
early
was
upset.
very fun. For you, so. All right, so let's
And
take
I will
a
say
break.
T1000 versus Vader would have been more interesting. Anyway.
All right, so let's take a break here. But before we go, Final Four. We got Neo versus William Wallace. We got John Doe versus Vader. Jesus Christ. So,
St. Peter's John Doe.
so we'll be right back. Chat. Stay with us and stay tuned. I didn't press the record button.
Really?
Yeah, I'm so fucking flustered. You guys fucked me over, and I just pressed the record button. So
Where
just
did,
gonna throw
you
it on
not
there.
have it on from?
I don't. From when we fucking first started, that's when I have it on there. So Neo, what was it? Neo and fucking William Wallace, and can't believe William Wallace made it there. And then John Doe versus Vader, and then Vader beats fucking John Doe. Hell yeah! And then fucking Vader takes it for the win. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Vader takes it for the win. I'd like to thank everyone for coming out, having a great time. This is going to be a short at the end of the episode. So if you guys want to go and check the Twitch on there so you can see the arguing and how pissed off I was. I forgot to press the record button. Fucking Christ. I can't believe it. But how is it the fact that William Wallace made it this far?
I still don't see why that's a controversial choice at all.
It is. It's so I don't understand.
He beat who was in front of him. Sorry.
He beat. So what seed would he have been in this bracket?
A 2?
Like
3?
I
don't know.
All right. So you
No. Well, because
the way how everything was lined up.
how everything's lined up.
I would have said 3 because there's going to be 2 3s because it's 2 sides of the bracket. So
Actually, if you're looking at it, he probably would have been, in the way everything breaks down, he probably would have been like a 5 seed.
You think so?
I think judging by that, because it would have been a 5 versus 4 over here. Even though, like, if you're looking down at the bottom where McClane and Ghostbusters, that's usually like the 2 versus 15. Even though you could make the case that either one of them could be 15 and 16, because they're probably like the weakest ones on this side.
Got it. Okay.
I think his side of the bracket looks like it had more in it than the top half of the bracket, in my opinion. People that I think might have been ranked ahead of him, or you could argue they would be ranked ahead of him in his half of the bracket. T-800. I'd say that Superman and Spider-Man maybe could have been ranked ahead of him. Maybe. Batman and John Wick. Batman, yes. John Wick is a maybe. Do you agree? Do you think who's a better hero, John Wick or
John Wick?
Yeah, I don't know. Then I have, and then, again, you can make arguments for Iron Man, Obi-Wan, and Luke. I'm looking at the top half of the bracket. I have Captain America would definitely probably be a higher seed than him. I don't really see anyone else. I would automatically in the other half of the bracket.
Yeah, but he's in the bottom.
I know, but I'm saying, but
I would say Neo.
But if you're going to reseed all the heroes, you would do all of them together. So it wouldn't matter which half of the bracket he's in then. If you're going to reseed all the heroes,
Now, he's in the more tougher bracket, Wallace. But hey. Some guys have to take each other out early. Like, you got Obi-Wan and Luke Skywalker.
Listen, he played all those difficult teams in his half of the brackets. When he got to Neo, he beat the shit out of him because he was battle trained.
So he's like a Gonzaga? Is it like 4 or 5 sometimes?
Yeah, because he made the finals and didn't win. He's perfect for Gonzaga.
Oh, Christ. I can't believe this shit. Whatever. I'm just glad Vader won. That's all I fucking care. Because I had him from the beginning.
Probably one of the most iconic. I mean, that's. I think we even said it before.
Yes.
Most iconic, one of the coolest villains ever.
Yeah.
He's only in Rogue One for 2 minutes. It's the best 2 goddamn minutes in the movie.
Yeah.
Like when you think,
elevated that movie from like
when
a
you
7
think
to a
of
10.
villains, like he's like the first one you think of.
Yep.
And especially for our age bracket, like this is the guy like you could think of.
Yeah, even the fact that Star Wars started in the late 70s and just continue on, like it was just again he was the most iconic.
But it was something we grew up with because our parents, we watched it with our parents.
Yeah, we
so
probably watched it 3 years old and we just fucking loved every second.
So Return of the Jedi at the $2 movie theater.
Oh yes, we're over here in town. That's now with Jim. But as you go, so Vader, he just, as we said, most iconic, badass, and the fact they're bringing him back in the Obi-Wan show. I wonder how they're gonna incorporate that. So, and with the movies and everything that was going on, his whole entire the way his suit it looked, his breathing, that iconic breathing that he does, and
the voice. Come on.
Yeah, James Earl Jones. You
That's what sells it.
Yeah, you can't beat that. That's probably the number one thing of him. That's his voice. That James Earl Jones is there. Pray that I do not change the deal again.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
So, yep. Can we add Will Smith to the list of villains as in late edition? He would slap the shit out of anyone. Thanks, Jay Weezy. Appreciate it. Way to keep up with popular culture. All right, so that's it for what we had. So
Jay is so flustered. This is great.
I am. I can't believe I didn't press the record button on that. We missed all that. Obviously, if you go check our Twitch video, and I'll put this on YouTube as well, you can see how fucking flustered I am. But there's a whole entire section gonna be missed for when we come back. It's just us talking. So to backtrack, I forgot to press record because during break I came back still flustered. We argued a bit, talked about the background movie, which was Civil War, because obviously it's gonna be Civil War if Vader didn't win. And the beer we had was, let's see.
What the recording was not just for the Final Four?
Whenever I said this is now the fucking, I forgot the press records. I looked down. So I don't know. I'm still upset.
He's angry.
Yes. I guess that's it. There's a lot of emotions going on.
Maybe the Hulk would win this bracket. Hulk angry.
Yeah,
Hulk smash. He's a man of few words. We can take it to him right now.
So, and the beer we had was Steve Austin's Broken Skull. And let's just do this.
What the Rock is cooking.
Yes, there's a lot of soundboarding going on. So that's it for this show. We're going to be doing. We haven't decided on the next episode, so just look on the website, bluesbluesbros.com. Check Check out our social media and everything else. We'll have the beers we have for tonight. We'll have the brackets that's going on. I'm trying to post everyone's brackets they put in. And hopefully, you guys have closer to mine. Let's see what it is.
Hopefully you guys had losers, is what Jay is saying. Losers.
And yeah, reach out to us on social media what you guys think of this.